Right lads, on my way to United Park tonight for this massive game between Drogheda United and Shelbourne. 3 points between them. Shelbourne lead Drogheda by 3 points. A win for Drogheda will basically put Drogheda ahead of Shelbourne in goal difference going into the last games. Drogheda travelled to Bray to the Carlisle ground, so that's going to be a difficult one the last day. I sense a draw will be enough for Shelbourne tonight. Drogheda will probably have to win, which brings its own dangers for Shelbourne, because Shelbourne could be caught between two stools here. You know, your mentality even subconsciously can be to play for the point. Drogheda just have to go for this. I'm expecting a really good atmosphere here at United Park tonight. It's a massive match, 2 big clubs. Shelbourne a massive club. Drogheda probably the second biggest club in this division. We're talking about the team that scored the most goals in the division, Drogheda. They're known a little bit for a gun-ho approach. I'm sure that's not the case in reality. And Shelbourne have the best defensive record in the league. So this is going to be an interesting one. I don't know what way it'll go, result-wise, but also game plan-wise for both teams, how it'll go. Will Shelbourne try and frustrate Drogheda tonight? That's the question. I'm not sure. You know, obviously they won't go for it, so to speak, but it's easier said than done. But from Shelbourne's point of view, they probably need to get it out of their heads that a draw is satisfactory here. Unless there's 5 minutes to go, obviously you use your smarts, game management and all that. Drogheda probably have to win this game, I feel anyway. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one tonight, and I'm on my way to Drogheda, lads, so I'll see you later on. Good luck. I've arrived in United Park, lads. Really looking forward to this game now. Hope you can hear me with the loud music, but the atmosphere is starting to build. Could well be Drogheda's youthful attack against Shelbourne's experienced defence, you know. Chris Lyons scored 12 goals from this season. Doyle has also got 12, and Meehan has got 11, so the 2 youngsters got good goals going forward there. Shelbourne obviously have experience in the back of Prendergast. He's 34 at this stage, excellent defender. Lorcan Fitzgerald, the captain, 30 years of age, so you know they also have Conan Byrne to call upon as well if they need him. He's 34, but once we need him against Bray, they can need him here again too. But atmosphere starting to build. I see a few Drogheda flags coming in. Shelbourne fans starting to come into it now as well, so looking forward to this. The pitch is in excellent condition. It's a great evening for football as well, and it's about 7:10 now, and already the atmosphere is starting to build, so I'll be back soon. it's half time here. Hope you can hear me here with the stadium announcer or not. It's hard to hear, but it's Drogheda United 0, Shelbourne 0 at half time. Good game. First 20 minutes pretty even. Shelbourne looked like they were more control of the situation though. They carved out a number of opportunities, crosses into the box, set pieces and that kind of thing. Drogheda keeper made a smart save as well. The last 15 minutes or so though, Drogheda really came into the game. Created some chances. In the last 5 minutes there, they created about 3 chances and won. I think one of the shots was cleared off the line. It was hard to see. I'm basically in with the Drogheda fans, so very close to the lads in there, so it's a bit of crack. And it's hard to hear, so the best thing to do is not really talking in there because you wouldn't hear me anyway. Yeah, Shelbourne started off as the better side, and they looked like the team that needed to win the game, and Drogheda looked more shaky. But Drogheda definitely warmed to the task in the last 15 minutes, and it's going to be interesting to see in the second half if there's a mentality shift in Shelbourne now. Because the longer stays 0-0, you know, you could argue both teams are nervous, but particularly with Shelbourne, it's tempting to sit back in the last 15 or 20 minutes and defend that. That could be that could spell trouble. Drogheda look better when they are on their counter attack, and it's announcing Gary Rogers there. I don't know what for, but he's been announced, so well done Gary Rogers, whatever it is. Yeah, so we'll see who we get on the second half. Drogheda fans are great crack, I have to say. They've never stopped singing. Shelbourne fans singing over the far side, but I can't hear a thing what they're saying, to be fair. So we'll probably see us again at full time. It's 0-0 at half time here, lads. Fuck me, lads, what a second half that was. Just trying to catch my breath myself. Shelbourne fans celebrating over there, you may know, here. Just trying to have a look at them as well. They've won the title, so well done, congratulations to Shelbourne, that's the first thing I'll say. Finished Drogheda United 1, Shelbourne 3, and 0-0 at half time. Drogheda the man sent off early in the second half, Sean Brennan for a second yellow. It was accidental. Drogheda actually nearly went in front in the same move, but he kind of went in for the ball. He was already in the yellow, and it was a high tackle, so the referee had no choice. It wasn't deliberate, it wasn't dirty, but it was one of them. It had to go. Shelbourne after that managed the game very well. They went in front. I think it was Friel who struck from outside the box. As soon as it hit his foot, it was travelling diagonally into the bottom left. You knew it was in. 1-0. Drogheda, to their credit, they kept battling, even with the 10 men, and they put Shelbourne under serious pressure. McNally equalised at the 77 to make it 1-1. After that, Drogheda got tired. Shelbourne found pockets. And trying to put them 2-1 up. It might have been Brennan who put them 2-1 up. Owen Brennan, that is, I think it was. It looked like the keeper could have saved it though. It kind of took an age to get in. He struck from outside the box, and the keeper may have seen it late. It was hard to tell. And then in the very last few seconds in the counter attack, I think it caught on camera. I think it was Fitzgerald, believe it or not, who got forward and finished it off to make it 3-1. Nothing Fitzgerald, I think. Overall, Shelbourne probably deserved to win it. Drogheda unlucky with the 10 men though, and put in an excellent fight here. So, it was a very, very good game. Pulsating second half, trying to catch my breath. Yeah, 2 seconds, alright? Yeah, thanks. Just a guard getting me to move on here, so I'm going to move on, lads, and I'm going to leave it there. Fantastic match. Shelbourne were the champions. Congratulations to them. Enjoyed my experience with the Drogheda boys. They were singing all night, and Shelbourne are singing now. So see you later. Good luck. Right, lads, just back from the game at home, and I just thought I'd give my personal experience from the game now that I'm home and a little bit more relaxed, because that was pulsation. I'm actually bollocks, to be honest. I'm knackered, absolutely knackered here. Very enjoyable experience. I don't support Drogheda, I don't support Shelbourne, but both sets of supporters were fantastic and full voice. They contributed to an unbelievable atmosphere. Shelbourne fans are full voice. You couldn't hear what they were singing from where I was. I was in the heart of the Drogheda fans. That was fantastic. It was a great experience. Entertainment, 10 out of 10. I would say that's aside from the football on the pitch, which was entertaining, by the way. It was just a great experience. it just shows again that people should just get, even if you don't support a team as such, people should just go and go out and go to these games and sample the atmosphere, sample the heart of the fans. At the end there, it was kind of funny, to be honest with you. But Shelbourne, obviously, the final whistle gone. Shelbourne were crowned champions. Again, I'll say well done to Shelbourne. I'll come back to that in a second, though. And a few Shelbourne fans got away from the stewards, and they were badgering, let's say, the Drogheda fans. There was a guy with no shirt on. I think he was asking the Drogheda fans for a Drogheda jersey, possibly. And there was a woman as well, which I just found hilarious as well. And that's all part of it as well. I don't have... Some of the Drogheda fans are getting irate, but once there is an actual physical violence, I like that part of it too. It's that sense of tribalism, as well. And it's just a great experience. Thoroughly enjoyed. Delighted to see 4 goals, to be fair, as well. And it's great. All in all, though, it's great to see Shelbourne back in the Premier Division now. I think that's the big story here too. Just to get into that a little bit. The big 4 Dublin clubs are back now. I think Pats, Shamrock Rovers, Shelbourne and Bows. I think the Premier Division needs those. I would say that the Premier Division could do with Drogheda as well. Drogheda still have an opportunity here with the messy playoff system, but they have a chance of going up still. Their battles with Dundalk are often very good, so it'd be good to see them back. Passionate supporters as well. But I'm still on a high a little bit. That's the funny thing as well. And I don't support either club. I'm still on the high because I really enjoyed the game. Everything it had to offer. As I said it before, but the atmosphere, the singing was fantastic. It's great to be in amongst the Drogheda crowd. The to and from with the Shelbourne supporters, the battle on the pitch, the Ryan Brennan getting booed. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. It's great to be in it as well. You go to a Premiership ground, you don't really see that. Small sections of supporters, but largely it's a different thing. From Drogheda's point of view, just before I finish up here, they still have the playoffs to play for. I'd like to see them come up as well with Shelbourne if possible. Ideally, I'd like to see the 2 of them up, Shelbourne up, of course. But it's been a tough 5 years for Drogheda. They've been in Division 1, I think, for 3 of those years, maybe 4. They did come up. They got relegated, came up and went back down again. And I think they've been in it actually for 2 seasons. It coincides with Dundalk basically winning everything in the last 5 years and having European adventures. It makes it worse when for your rival club to see that happening. But like any rivalry, I'm sure Dundalk fans would say they'd love to see Drogheda struggle, but in reality they'd love to see them back in the top flight. These matches are what make leagues basically. So that's about it, guys, really. Where I'm off to next, we'll have to see. Over next weekend, I'll have to have a think about it and see where we'll go to next. But again, congratulations to Shelbourne. Well done to Shelbourne. And please give a like, subscribe, and click your notification button as well, bell button, lads, because that just keeps anything I do keeps you up to date. And I need a rest now after that. So see you later, guys. And again, well done to the Drogheda fans. I'll just say that before I go. I really enjoyed it being in amongst the Drogheda fans. And I don't know if anyone that'll be watching this vlog was in there or not, in the heart of it, but with the flares and the flags. But a really enjoyable experience. And best of luck to Drogheda going forward. Right, guys, that's about it. We'll see you later.